This is gonna be a hard video for me to make. I hope I can do it in one recording. Anybody who's been following my story knows that I've been sick for a very long time. I've been very, very sick for over a year. And just recently got very sick and was in the cardiac unit for over 10 days and diagnosed with POTS syndrome, which is a kind of misunderstood type of illness. This is not the reason for this video though. I need to talk about what happened in that during that stay and kind of what I experienced. This is very humbling and out of my character to do something like this. I'm still very sick. I technically probably should be in a nursing home right now, but things went on. I'm in my pajamas, no makeup on, you know, just a mess. None of that matters to me. I need to get the word out about what I experienced. It's very traumatizing. I went in the ER with misunderstood like diagnosis, and they didn't quite know what was wrong with me. You know how the medical healthcare system is now. You're lucky if you spend a day in there when you have a baby. I was in there for 10 days and even left then very ill. So that is the severity of how ill I was. So in the beginning, the first few days of it being in there, I went through extreme torment where there was adrenaline rushing through my body that nobody could quite, no test could show, nobody could quite understand what was going on with me. I couldn't speak because of the adrenaline. I could speak words, but my brain couldn't think right. I couldn't, if I needed to say like something to the doctor, I would repeat it in my head like 10 times and let my brain take a break, and I would have to kind of utter the words out. I couldn't feel God. I couldn't pray. I couldn't, if my husband would like touch my arm or my hand, it didn't feel the same. I was in complete, utter torment, like of something that nobody could, I don't think people understand how bad it was. And this is coming from, you know, me who I've had chronic illness for many years and extreme rheumatoid arthritis, which is extremely debilitating. That was a walk in the park compared to the days I spent, the beginning days in the cardiac. And during that time, I couldn't feel God. And I kept trying to rebuke the devil. I couldn't understand why my brain wouldn't work right. I kept telling them my lips were going numb, so I knew I probably was losing oxygen. I don't know what, they couldn't exactly figure out until I was able to start speaking what was wrong in small words. Sometimes it would take a whole day for me to even be able to let the doctor know little bits of what was going on with me. Well, during that time, I kept rebuking the devil, and because I never slept. I didn't sleep for over 4 days, and when I did eventually start to sleep, it would be like 20-minute increments. So it was absolutely debilitating. I was in a bedpan. I couldn't stand up. I couldn't wipe my own butt. I couldn't talk. So but it was like a constant rushing through my body, feeling like almost like you drank 10 Red Bulls, and that's the best way I could explain it, and severe fatigue, and like you had the flu, and you're like in a glass wall and you couldn't get the words out to tell people how you felt. During that time, I kept praying, felt nothing. Well, I couldn't pray. I didn't have enough words to pray, so I kept trying to rebuke the devil. I didn't know why it felt like God completely left. And I eventually got to a point when I was doing the same. I was laying there rebuking the devil, and I saw in my spirit a demon first near my bedside, and then it was huge. This isn't the first time for me, and nobody knows this, but a couple very close people to me, my husband and one of my best friends. And this is very hard to talk about. Okay, hold on. I saw the demon in my spirit leave out the door of the hospital room, and it was big and reptilian, and I had never it was like defeated when it left, though, when it happened, and I could still see it. I wish I could draw it. I'm an artist. And it was weird because it was as big as the room, so it couldn't go through the door, but that's what I seen. And you know, and that happened, and I was like, okay, you know, what is that? You know, it was like the most even my mind could think in all those days. And then within like 2 hours, it was like a breakthrough. I was starting to be able to talk and be coherent and explain, and a lot of the because it felt like my heart was like palpitating like crazy, but they kept showing me the screen saying your heart's like 70 beats a minute, and I didn't care what that said. I know what I felt inside, but what it was adrenaline racing through my body because of steroids and other things that was all messed up with what they were doing. But all of a sudden, within 2 hours of seeing that leave, that demonic force, I started to be able to talk and I literally woke up. It was like a miracle. And you know, it took days to be able to even get better and better. But the reason I'm saying all this and putting myself out here like this is I cannot tell people enough how much people do not fear God. I think they think that God is just some little, you know, gonna maybe forgive me, or maybe I'll think about it later, or maybe I'll, you know, do better later, or I hope God forgives me. That's not how it works, because I experienced hell. If hell is even a morsel of what I went through in those first 2, I think they said they think it was 4 days. I thought it was 2. The 4 days of torment that I went through, where nobody could figure me out and nobody could talk to me and I couldn't talk to anyone, and the tremendous amount of, it wasn't even pain, it was torment. If hell is anything even near like that and you can never escape it, then I would be turning to Christ with the quickness. I already love the Lord like to the extreme, but I just feel really scared for the lost right now. If you have got to take God seriously. He don't play around. Hell is not a joke. He talked about hell more than anyone else did in the Bible, and I experienced some of it. I mean, I'm sure hell has got to be worse. You know, people always say, well, my life is hell. Well, people who know me and know me well know that I have really experienced a lot of pain and a lot of stuff in my life. And this experience I went through in the cardiac unit, everything else I went through pales in comparison. I'm making this video today because I need to, the Lord wants me to let everyone know. I need to do what the Lord wants me to do. I hate this. I'm in my pajamas. I don't feel well. Getting excited and nervous and making a video even kind of exaggerates my condition, but I don't care. I would not wish this on my worst enemy. All I can tell people right now is you need to come to God like right this second. You need to start getting the scriptures. You need to realize that hell is real. It will happen. You will go there more than people think. God is a forgiving God, but he doesn't play around. And he said it in the Bible, you know, the ones that you do not take care of, the ones that you do unto me. You know, you don't take care of the sick. You don't care about people. You don't help others. You're going to go to hell. And that's, I mean, it's in the Bible. It's there. And you need to accept Christ. You need to start living for, not just for yourself. It needs, you know, it's not easy to do. We're made to be selfish. But when you're born again, you don't care about things. I don't, you know, I know that I've changed a lot and I will continue to grow. I just want, I want people to know how terrifying hell can be, because I experienced that torment. I mean, I wanted to die. I'm not a person who ever, people who know me know I'm super close to God. I would never want to commit suicide. They had a guard in my room because they said I was saying things. I wanted to kill myself. And I'm not that person. I love God. I wouldn't want to commit such a sin like that or anything. I mean, I was so sick I couldn't get out of the bed. There's no way that could have happened. But torment that is ongoing, where you don't even get rest or sleep from it, only 3 days, I was already wanting to kill myself. And I couldn't. It was like hell. And I just want people to know the severity, and I hope people who know me especially know that I mean what I say, and they know what kind of person I am. They know I'm close to God, and this is like a warning from God that I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. I don't even have enemies anymore. I've forgiven people, but trying to think of really horrible people. I don't wish this on one single person in the world, and that's why I'm making this video. Please, I am like, the devil was talking in my ear today, wait till you feel better, make the video later, maybe, and I was like, no, I'm doing it right now. I'm going to see if I can do it. I don't even have my glasses on. I can't see the screen well. I'm trying, I've got from the blood pressure, I can't see out of this eye well. I'm recording this video, and I'm going to try to get it up. I just want everyone to know what I experienced, and I hope I glorified God through this. Please, 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 please hear my words that God is not playing around, and the end is very close. And please, please come to God. It's like right now. I hope my words are doing what you want, Lord.